Good morning, guys. This morning's video is going to be a little different than normal because I'm not actually going to make an appearance today. So I'm going to be filming my video screen, but I wanted to go over for you your assignments for today in reading. For reading, you're going to reread that passage, Planning a Mural, and I'm going to scroll down in just a minute and show you what that looks like. And then your second assignment is that you are going to think about that passage. This is something fun. Pretend you are in the art club. Write a friendly letter to the people in town. Describe the plans for the mural and ask for permission. Don't forget to use commas in the date, greeting, and closing of your letter. In just a minute, I'm going to go over with you again how we format and set up our page for a friendly letter like we had been doing in class. And then finally, the last thing is you're going to practice this week's snap words by doing the following. Chant it. Remember, you can make those silly sounds. Write it, take a mind picture, sing it, and clap it. And it reminds you on here if a word is challenging for you, figure out the hard part, think of a trick to help you remember it, and write the word over and over. We talked about some of those silly tricks in class, so try to come up with one of those silly things. Like, for instance, when we're doing beautiful, an easy way to do beautiful is to say it like this. B-E-A-beautiful. So try to come up with a silly way to say it. I'm going to go over with you really quickly how we are going to set up our friendly letter. All right, so remember in class we always put our date over here on this side of our letter. So today is April 14th, 2020. These days it's hard to keep up with the date. Then don't forget this comma in your date. Then we're going to come over here and we're going to do our greeting. Dear, and whoever you're writing your letter to, and then you're going to put your comma. Then you fill in the body of your letter. Remember, this time you're writing about that mural. And then down at the bottom, you put your closing. So you can do sincerely, you could do thank you. Then remember, you got to put that comma, and then you come down below and you sign your name. So that's how you're going to set up your friendly letter. Once you write your friendly letter, I would love for your parents to snap a picture and send it to me. Go over really quickly how to get to that passage from yesterday. It's at the very end of the packet. It's a nice short little story there. Remember, if you're struggling to read it, you can get a parent to help you through it or to even read it aloud for you. Okay, yesterday you had to write a summary. I'm going to send out a picture later of an answer key for your summary for this story. All right, I'll be right back with math. Your first math problem for today is filling in parts of a 100 chart. So we're going to go over an example of what one of those would be on this hundreds chart. It provides you with 35. Now in class we had done problems like this on your whiteboard, so you know how to fill them out on a piece of paper. Just go ahead and start with that number, and then you can fill in all of the other numbers. So I'm going to show you what this is going to look like with an example. So we've got up here 42. So let's think. Right after 42 would come 43. Now in a hundreds chart, we know that 10 less is right on top of the number and 10 more is right below it. So right on top of the number, 10 less than 42 is 32. Okay, right before 32 would be 31. 10 less than 32 would be 22. After 22 comes 23. Then we're going to come down here and do our 10 more. 10 more than 42 is 52. Right before 52 comes 51. And right after 52 comes 53. So once you do your problem, snap a picture and let me see it. All right, guys, the number 361 would normally be represented by using 100 flat, 6 tens, and 1 unit. Can you think of 3 other ways you can represent 361? Create drawings to show your thinking using the key below. This is very similar to what you did yesterday, but you're only going to do it with one number. So I'm going to go over one way we could do 361. You can hear Grace screaming because Bailey got in her room just a minute ago. So let's go and try to figure out 361, okay? And guys, there is a mistake. I just noticed it on this problem. Okay, this should say would usually be represented using 300 flats, 6 tens, and 1 unit. So I'm going to draw that out for you and let you see that first, okay? So the normal way that we would represent 361, that was a mistake on your packet. You would have 3 hundreds flats because you have 300, 3 in that hundreds place. Here's your tens place, so we need 6 10 sticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1 in your ones place, so 1 unit. Now we've got it drawn the traditional way. Let's see if we can think of a way we could trade this out and draw it a different way. So one thing I know is that a 10 stick equals 10 ones. So what if I were to draw it this time with 300 flats? And this time, instead of 6 tens, I'm only going to draw 5 tens. I'm going to trade that last 10 stick in for 10 ones. So I'm going to go ahead and draw that out as 10 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Remember, I can't get rid of this one, so I still need to have it as 11. So guys, you need to play around with your 10 sticks. Draw it out the normal way first and then see what you could trade. Remember, you can always trade 100 flat for 10 10 sticks, okay? So play around with this. I will send out an answer key for your parents and some examples later. I am also going to send them a picture of yesterday's math and a couple of examples you could have done for that. Bailey's causing havoc in the background. So if your parents have any questions, remember though, the problem is wrong. It should say 300 flats on that problem. Okay, send me your work. Let me see how you're doing. Okay, and I will check in with you later. Love you guys.